Hey, and welcome to Hamby Aeronautics. This is Joshua. Today we're going to be doing a review on the CeraSim AS365, also known as the Dauphin. The Coast Guard uses it. Right now I have the Coast Guard skin on. I mean, look at this thing. It is immaculate as far as the exterior goes. Coming to you here from Catalina Airport in Southern California. The airport identifier is KAVX, Kilo Alpha Victor X-Ray. CeraSim always likes to include these easy go panels here. It lets you activate all the animations that these things have, and believe me, there are a lot, and they're excellent, to tell you the truth. You can do everything: open doors, put on pitot covers, APUs, open the engine cowls, do all sorts of stuff. So here I just click the easy start button. Instead of going through the checklist, I'm just going to do this because it's easier for the sake of the review. If you do want me to do a full start checklist on this, just let me know and I'll make a longer video for you. So here, checking all our controls: pedals, cyclic, a little bit of collective power. Go ahead and get this thing off the ground. So it's the early morning. I like the early morning. It makes me feel like I got a good start to the day, especially if you're flying a helicopter. So this one has all sorts of hydraulics and control functions, autopilot and stuff like that. I presume it's an IFR rated ship, but I really don't know. I had to look into it. Right, so we get into a hover here, and let's see how it goes. It's pretty stable. Let's check our pedals for responsiveness. They're really responsive, actually. You can it doesn't take much to do some pedal turns on this thing. We'll check a little cyclic pressures. Not much pressure to get this thing turning. A little aft here, and get it stopped, and check our collective here. It drops like a rock there, but that's where it goes. Our collective power, just testing this. It's very good. It's really responsive, and it's got a real feel to it. So we're going to dip forward here and pick up some speed, and we're going to take off. This is a really cool island landing gear up here. It's a touristy island. I believe it's owned by the Wrigley brothers, the ones that own that have the chewing gum company, which is that's pretty cool. It's kind of random, but neat knowledge. Anyways, if you go straight across the water there, you'll see. That's where John Wayne Airport is, Long Beach, Compton, Torrance, all that, where the Robinson facility is. It's, I want to say maybe 15 miles from this airport if you go straight across the water here. But right now we're just doing a little left traffic here, left traffic pattern, just back to the airport. I wanted to see how it controlled just on regular takeoff and descent. A little bit later in the video, we're going to change airports, and at the end of the video I'm going to show what it's really capable of with the fully rigid rotor system there, fully articulated system. So it's able to do low G and stuff like barrel rolls and backflips. You're not going to be doing it, but I just want to show that it is capable of it. So anyways, we're on the downwind here, and look at that. Oh, the sun went flying by. The sunrise is pretty nice on these on Flight Simulator X here. It's got the reflection over the water and things. The texture on the ground, again, is not that awesome. That comes stock with the program, but it's not bad. They really focus on the airport, so the airports are really good. And again, my graphics aren't turned up all the way because my computer is not that awesome. Anyways, here we go. We're turning here on the left base. And this is not a controlled airport, although it has a tower. It's just a viewer tower. So if you ever go there, it's not actually a controlled airport. So you'd be reporting position here, and we'd be turning. You'd say this is just a big left-hand turn, so we'd say turning final. So you come up here, and we're gonna go ahead and start to get a descent in. I didn't really hang out at pattern altitude because I wanted to hang out a little bit lower. Just for the sake of the video. So I'm just going to come in with this approach here real quick. And the sun, you can see the sun's already starting to come up. It's It's pretty cool. I don't remember what time it is exactly, but you can set it for dawn and it puts you right here. Anyways, we come to a short approach here. We're going to just land in a hover here, or stop here to hover, and then I'm going to check the max performance. So you want to stay here and maybe about a 5 to 10 foot hover and pull power. The little horn there is it's a warning horn, but it's for max controls. So that would be, it's not a low rotor horn, it's for, that's how far you need to pull your control and under. You don't want that light and horn, because it's actually in the cyclic as well. You give it too much cyclic pressure and it's starting to exceed limits. So anyways, max performance there, and dip forward, and then we're just gonna go do a little nap of the earth, pick up some speed. You can see the radar altimeter light is coming on there when you get over the land. I think it might be set for 200 feet. Okay, this is something you don't want to do really, especially I can't see the instrument there, but 100 plus knots, you don't really want to do that. But I'm just seeing what it's capable of and if it accounts for ground effect. Anyway, plot back over here, and I'm going to land over here next to this blue, what is that? Who cares? Alright, next to some airplanes here. And touch down here. A little bit of lateral movement, you don't want that, you'll get a dynamic rollover. So, it flies good here. Let's go over to TSTC Airport Waco. KCNW is the airport identifier here. The reason I wanted to come here is to show the textures in the daylight and all the instruments, and I'm gonna track to the Waco VOR just to see its navigational functions on the CeraSim helicopter here, AS350. The thing is cool. Back in the Marine Corps now, they call us the skid kids, so I am a little biased to skids rather than wheels, because I worked on Hueys and Cobras when I was in the Marine Corps, but these are still awesome. All right, the Waco VOR, the frequency is 115.30. So I'm gonna put it on nav 1 and 2. You'll see the VOR flip on there, and the HSI flipped on before. I don't know if you saw that. And from here, the Waco VOR is west. So I'm gonna turn our CDI here. And it's sort of old school technology these days, because the GPS is coming in and overrunning the VOR, really. This instrument that I'm turning here is the VOR instrument. We're going to line it up on our west radial and just track to the VOR. This is, if you don't know what a VOR is, it's a very high frequency omnidirectional range, or radio range they say. And it's a old school way. It's still used, but it's starting to get phased out. It's an old school way of navigating on low en route charts and IFR flight plans and stuff like that for airways. So all you do is you tune to your VOR, and it sends out radials. There's 360 radials, and you, with these instruments, you tune to a radial, and it'll tell you whether or not it's on it. So you see my VOR instrument right there. This is the windshield wiper type. And you'll see that I'm right of the radial that I'm tuned to. So you want to keep your left course going, or your left turn, until you get to till you get the needle centered. So you'll see the VOR is starting to center up, and the instrument in the middle is the HSI, the horizontal situation indicator. As soon as that needle's lined up, you're on that radial, and it has a flag. It's a little triangle underneath on the VOR, and above the middle on the HSI. You can see there when you zoom in. That means it's a 2 flag. It means you're headed to the VOR. Now what I want to check on this is to see that the radials line up, and to see that there's a flag flip. As soon as you go over the VOR, there'll be a flag flip. It'll flip. There it is. That's the zone of confusion. And then boom, it's got a from flag. So it shows that I've just made station passage. I've just passed over the VOR. I set the GPS up to it over there just to tell how far away I was from it. and the GPS is fully functional, which is I believe that's just one of the stock ones. One of the Garmin GPSs that come with Flight Simulator, and they just integrated it into the helicopter. So as I promised, a backflip, and just to see how it handled it. Good. We didn't kill anybody, and it did flip. We're gonna do a barrel roll. This is the CeraSim AS365 Dauphin. This thing is it's awesome. The exterior, the interior is fantastic, and the controllability is also fantastic. Let me know what helicopter you'd like me to review next. If you liked it, click like and leave a comment if you have any opinions on it. Again, thanks for watching. This is Joshua from Hamby Aeronautics.